This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Welcome, everybody. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com is 1 week ago we were down in White River watching these same two teams play tonight. The script is flipped, proverbially, as we're coming to you live from Munoz Gym on the campus of Holbrook High School, just off historic Route 66 that turns 100 this year. For Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball, I'm Aaron Hewish. I am joined tonight by Randall Anselmo, the local man, the myth, and the legend himself. Joining me on this broadcast is first we need to go to our Summit Regional Medical Center. Pregame, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. And Randall, as far as I know, talking to Coach Goldclish and talking to Coach Delmar Johnson, we're not seeing any persistent injuries other than late season beat-ups that these teams are going through.
I haven't seen anything. And I've seen both teams throughout the year. Haven't seen or heard any injuries, so we might be playing everybody tonight.
And Coach Goldclish does like to use his bench as well as Coach Johnson, so we'll do our best to get everybody the press and proper that they deserve. As again, we go to our Ace Hardware keys of the game. Ace Hardware has a 24/7 locksmith anytime you're locked out of your car, any day of the week, any night of the week, any time of the day. Call Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Pinetop, Sholo, and Overguard. We're in Holbrook as our Ace Hardware keys of the game. And Randall, our Ace Hardware keys of the game, after watching that game last week, are very simple. That's shooting, dribbling, passing, the fundamentals of basketball. And I know we do say that a lot on our keys of the game, but that's what we're going to go. So, folks, that is your Ace Hardware pregame. Anytime you are locked out of your car or need a key made any hour of the day or week, any night of the week, call Ace Hardware, Pinetop, Sholo, and Overguard. Ace Hardware keys to the game. As we're going to go ahead and take a break, folks, after giving you our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center pregame and our Ace Hardware keys to the game. Take a break and come back, and we're going to give you the starting lineups. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pinetop and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
Welcome back, Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide and iTalk1067.com as we get set for the starting lineups tonight. And while we're going through the lineups and our public address announcer, we'd like to also say that a great job by Holbrook tonight on hosting this. Coach Perkins told me that they put 825 tickets for pre-sale, and they were gone this morning. The gym holds 1,200, and they expect a capacity crowd. So, Randall, we can sit and officially say we are at a sellout this evening.
We are at a complete sellout, and we also have SRO out here in the foyer of the gym. There is people everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, it is absolutely packed.
They have the broadcast going at the auditorium.
Yes.
So there's an overflow, and we appreciate you folks just staying at home, kicking your feet up, putting the dog in front of you, and turning on the fire, and watching this game tonight. Our officials for tonight's game, our head official for tonight is Leroy Thomas, and he is flanked by Mr. Quinn Ashton and Mr. Greg Chavez Sr. in his 48th year of officiating. And to put that in perspective, if you graduated in high school, Randall, in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2000 teens, or the 2020s, and you played ball in the White Mountains or down in the Gila Valley area, there is a very good chance that Greg Chavez Sr. officiated one of your games. What an amazing feat.
Oh, absolutely. I guarantee you he's refereed my games. There's a lot of old officials that I know that, you know, they don't remember us, but, I mean, that was 30-something years ago. So, but, yes, absolutely, guaranteed.
Now we're going to get set for the lineups for the home team. On the scoreboard, the Holbrook Roadrunners. As Mason Dossala, Antonio Yazzie, and I'm trying to get the other one. As Holbrook is going to send out Nakadena, Tyler Woody. And it is senior night here at Holbrook High School. That's why we're starting to get a little bit late. So not the normal names we recognize in the starting lineup, but Coach Delmar Johnson paying tribute to his seniors and having them start tonight. Although Baya, there's a familiar face that we've seen all year, Travis Baya. And Brady Vicente, another familiar face. As I believe Yazzie is the other starter. As over in Sholo tonight, the Lobos are taking on the Sholo Cougars, and I believe that game is already at halftime. We'll have to tune in if I can get some. If you have my number, I'm not going to throw it out there, but if you have my number and you have some updates for us, I'd love to hear from you, and maybe even give you a little shout out. As Yazzie is going to jump center against Keith Thompson, as our head referee tonight is going to come out and give us our Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. Now offering bachelor's degrees in business education. That's Northland Pioneer College. As the tip is going to be controlled by the Falcons. So according to the rules of NFHS basketball and the alternating possession, Holbrook Roadrunners will have the alternating possession hour in their favor. As Dossala inside to Antonio. Antonio out to Mason. Mason jumps it through, and we have our first points of the ball game. Vicente over now to Woody. Woody left right now. Woody's going to try to drive the lane. He's going to lose it momentarily. Gathers it back in. Sends it forward to Brady Vicente. Brady Vicente's floating to the middle. Now back over to Woody. Inside to number 22, Keith Thompson. 2 points early on for the Roadrunners. 2-2, 7 minutes and 15 seconds left. Antonio with the ball. Antonio to Yazzie. Yazzie now looking to drive. Now it's stolen. Stolen by Woody. Woody tries to go up, and we're going to get a whistle. Woody's going to score. We're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a foul, and Woody is going to go over and get a chance for an and one. Woody's going to go to the line for a chance to make this a three-point play. 4-2, Holbrook on top. 7:05 left here in the first quarter. As Tyler sets up, he looks, throws it up. No good. Rebound is Antonio. Look for Antonio and Yazzie to be big in this game for the ALCHESAY Falcons. Antonio now back to Mason. Mason drives the lane. He puts it up. That's going to be no good.
We're going to have an offensive foul.
Offensive foul or a travel?
Nope, that's an offensive charge.
They called it a
charge.
No, they didn't. Did they give it?
Yeah.
Oh, who'd they give it to? No, they didn't, because that first foul. No, they called it a travel as Vicente gets the ball.
Wow.
3-point shot. Vicente, comfort, fit, dentures. 3-point shot, Brady Vicente. Yazzie with the ball. Yazzie now back to Dasila. Dasila, foot on the line, puts it up. No good rebound to Holbrook. Nakadena. Now to Vicente. Vicente dribbles out. Vicente gives it back to Woody. Woody over on the far side. Woody now left, right. He works off a screen from Baya. Woody now out on the top of the key to Nakadena. To Baya. To Vicente. Vicente drives the baseline. Out. Ends up in the hands of Woody. Back to Nakadena. Comfort. No. That is Vicente. Comfort fit dentures. 3-point shot. I look for Coach Goldclish to get a timeout as it's blocked away. Baya with the steal. Baya forward now to Woody. To Vicente. Vicente. 18-foot jumper, no good. Rebound out, just say Mason. Mason pushes it up the court. Mason now back to Dasila. No good on the shot. Rebound. Rebound Yazzie. They're going to say Yazzie was on the ground, but they're going to give the foul to Holbrook. 23, that's going to be Travis Baya, first personal, first team. Max Antonio to inbound. Antonio tries to get into Yazzie. Now Yazzie does get it. Yazzie now back to Mason. Mason to his left. Back to Yazzie. Yazzie now goes all the way to the far side. Pushes it over to Dasila. Ball on the floor to Mason. Mason, mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound. Travis Baya with the rebound. Now forward to Woody. Woody crosses over the time stripe. Left, right. Now Woody looks to drive. Woody kicks it in the corner. Corner is controlled by Thompson. 32, Vicente with the ball. 28-foot line, top of the key. Vicente working off screen from Baya. Now tries to throw it over to Nakadena. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to be out of bounds and stay and belong to the Holbrook Roadrunners with 13 on the shot clock. As Manny Rico gets set to check in, as well as Braylon Talaman. The juniors checking in for the Holbrook Roadrunners. Holbrook controlling the ball. Inbound in front of the outside bench. Rico goes for it. Now it's stolen. Stolen by Bullcalf. Bullcalf drives it all the way, and that's going to be good. Daryl Bullcalf, 2 points. 10-4. Holbrook on top. Correction, folks, I have 15 as Amar Nelson. As we get a 3-point shot, and that is Amar Nelson for 3 points. And we have an out of bounds that goes back to, sorry folks, I was writing in my book. Now the ball goes back to the Roadrunners, the Roadrunner student section. Very active tonight. The HSPN, I'm assuming, Holbrook Sports Programming Network. I'm sure it's just a ploy. I don't think they really have a broadcast going on over there. Monster block by Adrian Dasila. However, Holbrook does get the ball with 26 seconds on the shot clock, up 13-4, as Rashid Butterfield is going to check in for the ALCHESAY Falcons. Rico to inbound. Manny Rico. Rico inbounds to Baya. Baya loses it. Now now Falcons have it. Over now to Dasila. Dasila left, right. Back in the hands of Bullcalf. Inside to Yazzie. Yazzie has it stolen. Talaman with the ball. Talaman over to Nelson. 3-point shot. Manny Rico! Comfort fit dentures 3-point shot. Coach Goldclish is going to take a timeout. We're going to take it to the Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide and iTalk106.7.com as we end our timeout with the Holbrook Roadrunners up 16-4 on the ALCHESAY Falcons. However, ALCHESAY does control the inbound after the three-point shot by Manny Rico. Butterfield to inbound. Butterfield now finds Mason. Mason over the time stripe. Back to Bullcalf. Now again to Butterfield. Butterfield to Mason. Back to Butterfield. Butterfield over on the far side. Now gives it to Dossala. Dossala now on the far side. Drives middle lane. Mid-range jumper in the middle of the key. No good. Butterfield with the rebound. Butterfield puts it back up and in. No good. Rebound. Amari Nelson for the Roadrunners. Talaman with the ball. Talaman forward. Rico. Talaman. Back to Rico. Rico directing traffic. 19 on the shot clock. Ball's given to Basenti. Back to Rico. Baya working off a screen from Rico working off screen from Baya. Outside now to Nelson. Nelson, NBA range. Comfort Fit Dentures. Three-point shot, Amari Nelson. 19-4.
That's gonna kill ALCHESAY. They've got to control those three-point shots.
As I think we're gonna get a blood timeout as he got hit in the face, and good job by her. As that's Basenti, and that could potentially be a game flip right there, as although they are going to send in Guerrero, and we've seen Guerrero all year. Randall, tell us about these teams as you've had them both this year and what you see. And I just don't believe what I'm seeing right now in a 19-4 ball game.
You know, ALCHESAY can control this ball game with their three-point shots, but man, they are struggling to get the ball to fall through the net. Holbrook is on fire with their three-point shots.
And I think Holbrook needs to ride that, as Rico does have the ball. Rico dribbles. He sends it over to Talaman. Talaman on the near side of the key. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to whistle and go out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the ALCHESAY Falcons, 19-4. Holbrook is on top, 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here in this quarter. Randall, as I've been around, I mentioned this on the girls' broadcast, is I've lived up in the White Mountains just over 20 years, and I've watched a lot of basketball in this gym, as have you. And one of the scariest things, if you're the opponent here, is those corners when Holbrook gets hot, right where Rico shot that ball. And if they get hot every quarter like they have and play defense like they have right now, as there's a steal, it goes in, it's no good. No good as Bullcalf tries to put it up. He hits the bottom of the rim after a steal by Holbrook. ALCHESAY gets it back. Now ALCHESAY pushes it down in the corner to Talaman. Comfort Fit Dentures. Three-point shot, Braylon Talaman. Minute 37 left in this quarter as we get an official timeout for a shoot tie. Randall, that's exactly what I said. For whatever reason, these corners here in this gym attract that. In Munoz Gym here.
Those corners will get you every single time. And then once Holbrook gets hot, just like you saw in that last play, right there goes the three, bam, nails it.
Well, and it wasn't like he was totally wide open. Talaman was covered there.
He was covered.
ALCHESAY ball. Inbound is the Bullcalf. Bullcalf back now to Antonio. Antonio with the ball, crosses over the time stripe. Antonio with the ball to his left, now to the top of the key. It's stolen! Stolen by Talaman. Talaman going long court pass, he puts it up. That's going to be good. Braylon Talaman, 2 points, 24-4 as Holbrook fights to get it back, but Antonio does get it back. Antonio now to Bullcalf. Bullcalf's going to travel.
Yep.
And if we watch that on the replay, you're going to see that 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness.
Boom,
Randall.
boom, boom. Yep.
It was so bad that he had his suitcase packed because he was traveling.
That was.
Talaman with the ball. Talaman over to Rico. Rico, three-point shot on the way, no good. ALCHESAY with the rebound, Edwards. Edwards now gives it back to Nosey. Nosey crosses over, 24-4. Holbrook on top. Nosey goes left, right. Now he has it personal free throw line. Tries to send it, but puts it into Butterfield. Butterfield kisses it off the glass for 2 points, 24-6. 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Talaman with the ball. Talaman crosses over.
You know, he was in this type of a ball game. You know, they're deep in a hole right now, and I'm not counting ALCHESAY out. I'm not counting ALCHESAY out by any stretch of the imagination, but this is going to be a tough hole to come out of.
Well, Rico just drove around right there and laid it up and in, seemingly uncontested. As ALCHESAY gets the ball back and brings it down now on their side. Shot clock is off. 19 seconds left in the quarter. As Antonio goes in, Antonio finally puts something in for the game, as that gives them their 8th point, 26-8, 10 seconds left. Holbrook, as Coach Delmar spreading them out, telling them spread. Talaman working off a screen from Baya. As Nelson's going to put up a three-point shot. Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer, as 29-8 is going to be the score at the end of the first quarter. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
5365972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome back, Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, worldwide on iTalk1067.com, as we start the second quarter with our Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off to the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. Northland Pioneer College, as Holbrook gets the ball to start the quarter, and after some jiving and throwing, the ball goes to Rico, and Rico puts it up for another uncontested drive into the lane. 31-8 in Randall. Talk about this crowd, and I'll just say brought a great crowd, but this Holbrook crowd, talk about what you're seeing tonight.
The fan base here for Holbrook is incredible. I was just down here last week, and it was not this packed against Sholo. It wasn't even close to this.
And Antonio just misses a textbook layup for the Falcons. 31-8. We probably have 1,200 people here tonight. As Holbrook gets the ball, as Guerrero drives, Guerrero now out to Nelson. Nelson, Basenti. Basenti drives, Basenti's hooked by Yazzie. Back to Talaman. Talaman now goes to his left, he's at the 28-foot line. Talaman over to Rico.
But just on that easy layup right there, that's what I was just saying. They can't even buy a shot right now. It's
well, some of the battles I've seen in here over the years when teams come to town is you never take for granted the environment you're in. I've seen Snowflake teams that were on their semifinal and championship run come in here and absolutely tank in this place. Not because they played bad, but because Holbrook just made their shots. Rico gets the ball in the inbound. Rico gets it back from being stolen. It's going to be put no good. We're getting a shot clock violation on the Roadrunners, and ball's going to go to the Falcons. 31-8, 6 minutes and 40 seconds left, as we get a score update from Sholo, as the Lobos are on top of the Cougars, 55-44. Not sure where the time is in that game. Antonio with the ball. Antonio now goes to his left, back right, 28-foot line. Now he drives, sends it back out to Docila. Over now to Mason. Mason drives, being guarded very closely by Talaman. Inside to Yazzie. Yazzie, that's an easy 2 points. Micah Yazzie. Now Randall, 31-10. I still don't get that Holbrook is just going to run away with this game. I don't get that sense.
No. Not in high school sports. You cannot say that one team is going to be the other way, but just because they're in a hole does not mean that they can't come out of it. It's just going to be a lot of work to come out of this hole.
As we see on the replay there, Baya goes in, and Baya's hit pretty hard. Baya falls. However, it's going to be a Falcon foul. Baya's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And Randall, I haven't seen a 29-point first quarter in high school in a long time.
Oh my heavens. In some of the games that I've had that have been lopsided, I have seen 29, 20, 28, 30-point ball games in the first quarter. And it's just not,
it doesn't happen very often.
But not often, but it does happen.
As Baya makes his first free throw, that, as much as we've said his name, that is his first points of the game. Second free throw's on the way. It is no good. A rebound is Antonio. Max Antonio of the Falcons. Here come the Falcons down 32-10. Antonio directing traffic of the Falcons. Now Antonio drives to his left on the near side. Back out to Dasila. Dasila left right now. Dasila tries to drive, puts it up, being guarded by Rico. And Rico was standing there with his hand up. But Randall, when I look at the replay, it wasn't necessarily the hand up. It's that he had his body and he wasn't set, and we're calling the body foul, not the hand.
Yeah, it looked like he was given a block penalty on that. But if you look just right before his hand goes straight up, he was kind of leaning into him.
Dasila's first free throw is no good, and if you're Coach Goklish, you got to just be saying, what is wrong with these baskets? Are they not regulation? However, Dasila makes that one good, 32-11. ALCHESAY slowly making a comeback that we know is not impossible. Rico with the ball. Rico works off a screen from Baya. Rico now drives the lane. Kicks it out to Pacenti, out of bounds. ALCHESAY ball, and ALCHESAY needs to capitalize on every possession, Randall, to get back in this ball game.
Yes, they need to take advantage of every turnover that they can get their hands on. But it just seems like Holbrook has been utilizing their turnovers from ALCHESAY.
Absolutely. Yazzie with the ball now. Yazzie goes to Yazzie. Offensive foul, Micah Yazzie, as I believe that's Pacenti falls to the ground, and Micah Yazzie is going to get whistled with a foul, and that's going to be his first personal, second team. 32-11, 5 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first half. Braylon Talaman with the ball. Mason on Talaman, but way off him, guarding him. Nelson with the ball. Nelson over now to Pacenti. Back to Talaman. Talaman tries to throw it inside. It's no good, but Nelson gets it back. Nelson puts it up, no good. And it goes to Yazzie. It's going to go off Yazzie, and they're going to say it stays and belongs to the Holbrook Roadrunners. And as big of a fan base as ALCHESAY had here to start and how loud they were, they have gone silent, and that's allowed the whole home Roadrunner crowd to get very loud.
It is deafening at some points in this ballgame, and there's another deep corner.
Brady Pacenti with another three-pointer, Comfort Fit Dentures. Randall, that's his 9th points, all off three-pointers. Here comes Yazzie. Yazzie back out to Dasila. Dasila now dribbles down, up between his legs, he looks to drive. The guy by Talaman, Dasila puts it up, that's going to be no good. However, they're going to call a foul on Talaman, and Dasila is going to go to the line to try to shorten this lead. Randall, I did not, after last week's game down in ALCHESAY, I did not expect anything remotely close to this. In fact, I was wondering if Holbrook is going to be able, first free throw is no good, if Holbrook is going to be able to keep it kind of close, at least midway through the third quarter like ALCHESAY broke away last week.
What was the score down in ALCHESAY the last time these guys met? What do you remember?
Second free throw is good. I can look that up for you as we get a whistle and we get a, I'm not sure what the timeout, or the timeout, I should say the play in action. Rico to inbound. Rico to Talaman.
It almost looked like Quinn Ashton was talking to a player about
an elbow,
some sportsmanship or something.
As Pacenti puts up a three-pointer, it's no good. Nelson ends up with it. It's going to go out of bounds as Nelson tries to throw it, a pass to his teammate. It's going to be knocked out by Dasila. And I'm going to look at that real quick, Randall, trying to get the score as Nelson back out to Rico. Drive to the lane by Rico. That's going to be no good. However, whistle and a foul. ALCHESAY is currently ranked 16th on the schedule. And last time these two teams played, Randall, they won 65-49, so a 16-point game. Now, it was close until midway through the third quarter. Our Mountain Mobile Autoglass player of the game that game was Micah Yazzie for the Falcons, and he hit a three-point shot with about 4 minutes left in that third quarter, and that absolutely propelled ALCHESAY to that big win. Rico's first free throw is no good. 35-12. Rico's second free throw is no good. Uncharacteristic of him. But it's tried to rebound by the Falcons. However, Omari Nelson gets it, puts it back up for the easiest 2 points he's had all night. Dossala with the ball, 37-12. Holbrook on top, inside to Mason. Mason now puts it up. It's going to be good. Austin Mason, 2 points for the Falcons. Rico with the inbound.
You know, we got a 27-point ball game here, Huey, and the thing that just astonishes me, because I've had the ALCHESAY boys before, and they just seem flat. Do you agree or disagree? I mean, they just are not playing at the potential that I know these boys can play.
We look on the replay there. I'm going to get back to Randall's point. Talman goes in and it's knocked away. It's gathered in by Nelson. Nelson is fouled. He's going to go to the line. But Randall, is it ALCHESAY's flat, which I don't disagree with. However, did Holbrook come out on fire?
They did. Every time they get back there in that corner for that three-point shot, they have nailed almost every one of them.
First free throw's good, 38-14, as they've more than doubled them up here. As Nelson's going to put his second free throw. It is good. Yeah, Randall, we need to address that at halftime as ALCHESAY throws it out of bounds, and Antonio intended it for Mason. What was seemingly an easy inbound, he went one way, ball went the other, and Coach Goklish is kind of, I don't think really likes some of the play right now, as 3 check in and 3 come out for the Falcons. But Randall, big discussion at halftime we need to have is that as we pour over in our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show, because that's huge right there.
Yes.
Basenti with the ball. Basenti now to Rico. Rico drives. Rico kicks it out to Nelson. Nelson, three-point shot, no good from the corner. However, Basenti gets the rebound. Now to Talaman. Reset on the shot clock. Reset for the Roadrunners. Talaman with the ball. Talaman now over to Rico. Rico now to the 28-foot line, middle of the key. Now Rico looks to shoot a 3. He doesn't. Back out to Talaman. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Roadrunners. As Talaman drives, kicks it out to Rico. Rico, three-point shot, no good. And this time ALCHESAY does get the rebound. Darryl Bullcalf. Bullcalf forward to Nosey. And attempted steal.
That's a good call. That is a great call by all 3 officials. I liked how they crashed that party on that.
Well, I like how they all came in and signaled jump ball. The possession does belong to the Falcons. Yazzie with the ball. Yazzie now to Dossala. Dossala over on the far side looks to drive. Rico gets a hand on it. Now to Young. Young, no good. Air ball. Baia with the ball. Baia to Basenti. Basenti now back to Talaman. Coach Johnson not happy about something as he's given orders to his team, as he's not demanding lots of points. He's demanding perfection out of his boys. Talaman kisses it off the glass for a very hotly contested jumper. It rolls good, 41-14. And I did not think I would see a palindrome score, 41-14. Rico with the ball. Stolen by the Roadrunners. To Basenti. To Baia. Back to Basenti to Rico. Rico, three-point attempt. Comfort Fit Dentures. Three-point shot. Manny Rico. 44-14.
Huey, I'm almost out of words. I have never, ever seen ALCHESAY this flat.
To go off what you just said, Nosey tries to dribble the ball between the legs. He puts it between his legs. His other hand doesn't get it. It rolls out of bounds. And now the Roadrunners have it back up 44-14 with a minute 36 left. Randall, if it was the fourth quarter, we'd be running the clock.
We'd be having a running clock right now.
I do not absolutely believe this. I have not seen, and Randall, I think it's a combination. We're going to talk about it at halftime, about what you said, because I think it's a great point. As Nelson with the ball, Nelson now to his left, his right. And Talaman with the ball. Talaman to Rico. 17 on the shot clock. Rico now to his left. Rico directing traffic. Over now to Basenti. Basenti to Talaman. Talaman drives the lane to Rico. Rico now drives the lane back out to Talaman. 3 seconds on the shot clock. 2 seconds. Nelson. 1 second. No good. Rebound. Baia. Baya gets the rebound. Baya goes to the ground. However, great job by our replay crew. Baya's fouled. It's going to be on the ground. I believe that is the 5th team foul, which means that Baya is going to be shooting 2. Reno, I've asked you this on the air before, but I'm going to ask you again tonight. Do you like the 5 team fouls per quarter as opposed to the old 7 1-and-1?
I absolutely love.
I think it makes for a better ball game.
Love it,
especially at the end of the 4th quarter.
You get to 5 and you go to 1-and-1 until you get to your 7th foul, and then you start shooting 2 when you get to 10. But when Arizona adapted that rule of shooting 2 at 5, it has cleaned up the game a little bit. But, man, I'll tell you what, as an official, I absolutely love it.
Makes the game go faster.
Yes, it does.
Especially at the end of the game. Baya's next one on its way. It is good. Plus, I think it takes that. There's just, I did like the 1-and-1, but it took too long. Mm-hmm. And there was that 1-and-1. But now the fouls mean a lot more than they used to. As Butterfield with the ball. Butterfield now back out to Yazzie. That's Judah Yazzie. Over now to Bullcalf. And it's going to go. It's going to fall off, and it's going to go off the knee. Off the knee of Bullcalf. Out of bounds. And the Holbrook Roadrunners are going to get that up 46-14 with 40 seconds left. Don't go anywhere, folks. Our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show. We're going to roll the end of the quarter, take a break, come back and bring you our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show. Got a lot to talk about for the Roadrunners this half as Rico puts up another 3-point shot. Comfort Fit Dentures 3-point shot. Manny Rico, 49-14. Ivans with the ball. Ivans drives. No good. We're going to get a shooting foul. As let's see who they give this one to. They're going to give it to Braylon Talaman. I believe that is his first personal. No, it's his second. I made a mistake. That usually doesn't happen, folks. I'm kidding, by the way. As Ivans is going to shoot 2. First one is good. That makes the score 49-15. 34-point lead.
Huey, I don't know.
Well, we're going to total up some points here and see how it goes. Ivans' next free throw is good. Marcus Ivans for the Roadrunners. Rico with the ball, 18 seconds left, up 49-16. Rico now left, right. Shot clock's off. Rico to the top of the key. Now he looks to drive. Kicks it out to Guerrero. Guerrero no good. Rebound Butterfield. Butterfield forward to Bullcalf. Bullcalf 3-point shot. No good as we're going to go to halftime. We're going to take a few breaks, folks. We're going to take a little break. We're going to come back and give you our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show. This is Shola Fort's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide on iTalk106.7.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees You won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
This is iTalk 1067's presentation of the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store halftime show.
Welcome to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com as we get set for our Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store halftime show for the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear. Go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor Store south of Pine Top on Highway 260 just before the Honda Casino. Honda Ski and Outdoor. And Randall, I got to get your overall thoughts of the first half before we dive into some of these stats. And we also got to hit something we talked about earlier.
Oh, my heck. I don't even know where to begin. I have just never, ever have I seen ALCHESAY boys this flat before.
And again, say that. Is it flat or is it a combination of Holbrook was that hot?
You know, Holbrook is on fire. I'm not going to take that away from him. But I've seen ALCHESAY go toe-to-toe with Holbrook, and they just don't seem...
Well, they beat him by 16 just a couple weeks ago.
16.
Not a week ago.
A week ago, yeah. And I was in Snowflake, so I that's why I asked you what the score was.
Well, Randall, to move forward here, 10 three-pointers. 10. However, if you take away the three-pointers, they're still winning this ball game.
They're still winning this ball game.
They're still winning this ball game. So just field goals alone, ALCHESAY does not have a three-pointer. So if you take away threes, it's 19-16. You add the threes, well, I can do basic math. 30 points on threes plus 19, that equals 49. And that's what kind of score we have. That's how the math is mathing.
It is absolutely mathing, and it is just absolutely lopsided. We just going to have to see if ALCHESAY can muster something up and try to come back. But in all the years that I've officiated and I've seen lopsided scores like this, it is so difficult for another team to come out of the hole this deep and this early.
Okay, stop right there. Are you counting ALCHESAY out?
I am not, because anything can happen in high school sports.
If Antonio and Yazzie and Dosala get hot, they could be right back. We could see a flip of the script this half. So
absolutely.
Now I want to talk about your point about ALCHESAY coming out flat. Again, it has to be a combination of the two. Did Holbrook come out on fire or did ALCHESAY come out flat? It's got to be a combination of the two. They play Sholo tomorrow. In Sholo, so that's 2 away games back-to-back. That's got to be on their mind. They just beat this team down at their place last week. That's got to be on their mind. So coming out flat, obviously. But my goodness, to run down a little bit of the scoring for the Roadrunners. Nelson with 15. Talaman 7. Rico with 13. And Vicente with 9. What I'm saying is their scoring's been spread.
Correct. But there's something that we need to look at, too, as well. And you're obviously covering the Snowflake game tomorrow. And does Sholo have a game tonight? Are they playing tonight?
Sholo's playing Snowflake in Sholo.
In Sholo
And we
tonight.
actually, if you go ahead, I'm going to actually look up that score as we speak.
My point that I'm getting at here is those two teams are they've got, both games are playing tonight, and they're going to play each other tomorrow. Now,
Snowflake is up 77-55.
Wow.
And the other thing I want to point out about that game is Landon Clare for the Lobos was extremely close, and I haven't confirmed it yet, was extremely close to scoring his 1,000th career point for the Lobos.
Wow.
And so either tonight or tomorrow at home against Winslow, Landon might get the opportunity to score that milestone. And so congratulations to him, and we'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. But, okay, I got to go. We know what Coach Johnson's probably saying to his boys. Play hard, do the things. If you're Coach Goklish, what do you tell your team right now?
They got to buckle down, and they got to knock out those 3-point corners. They gotta contain those.
Do you think he says something? It is about pride right now, men? It's got to be a little bit.
There's got to be some pride, but you know what? I've seen ALCHESAY come back, but it's hard to say in a 33-point game. Man, that's gonna be tough.
Well, folks, this is going to conclude our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show. For the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear, go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor store south of Pine Top on Highway 260 just before the Honda Casino. As we're going to go ahead and take a break and be back for the second half. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
This has been iTalk 1067's presentation of the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store halftime show.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide on iTalk1067.com as we get set for the second half, which means it's time for our Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off at the college of the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. Locations in Navajo and Apache County. Northland Pioneer College as Holbrook controls the alternating possession as now the ball goes back to Vicente. Vicente to Talaman. Talaman left to right. Now sends it over to Rico. Rico being guarded very closely. Now to Baya. Back to Rico. Back to Talaman. Talaman to the top of the key. Over to Vicente. Vicente to Talaman. Talaman left, right, back over to Vicente. Vicente 3-point shot on its way. No good. It's saved. It's saved by Ivins. However, it's saved right to Travis Baya, and Travis Baya puts it up for an easy 2 points. Love to see that one on replay. We get a whistle and we get I believe that's a foul. They're going to call that on Talaman. As I look at the replay, and that one's pretty obvious. The crowd begins to chant here, "You can't do that." And you know what? They're right. They're right. 51-16. Holbrook on top of ALCHESAY. Roadrunners on top of the Falcons. The game, obviously, for the Birds. As we go out now to Antonio. Antonio back to Edwards. To Yazzie. Back to Edwards. Edwards left to right. Inside to Yazzie. Yazzie knocked away, but we're going to get a foul on Rico. Manny Rico's going to get called for the second team foul.
Wow, that looked like all ball.
I'm getting a lot of flack from the broadcasting team folks about being for the Birds. I mean, I remember one time I said when the Suns and the Heat played, oh, we got the two hottest teams in the NBA, but that didn't go over very well. So my humor is not humoring, but my math's mathing. Good night for Hewish. As Hewish gets the ball, I'm just kidding. Ivins gets the ball. Ivins spins, jumps, puts it up. That's going to be good. Marcus Ivins, 2 points. And the ALCHESAY comeback is trying to begin. As soon as we go forward, Rico gets the ball, and Rico is immediately handled by Yazzie. He turns, falls to the ground, and they're going to call a foul on Yazzie. And the replay shows, yes, that was a foul. Talaman to inbound. Talaman to Nelson. Nelson to his left. Now Nelson to the top of the key. Nelson now back to his left, dribbling with his left hand at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Talaman. Talaman does look to get it up. Sends it over to Baya. Back to Talaman. Talaman now has the lane to drive. It's closed fast. Out and out to Nelson. Nelson, one into the other, goes, puts it up and in, no good. Baya with the rebound. Baya no good. However, Talaman gets and scoops it up. That's going to be good for two. We're going to get a break. Timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it. The Shoal Forge presentation, high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Shoal Forge presentation, high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide and iTalk1067.com. As the beats rain down here at Holbrook High School as Hammer, Too Legit to Quit, the smash hit from 1991 off MC Hammer's second album, reigns over the sound waves here, and no one probably knows that and cares about it but me, as Yazzie drives the lane and Yazzie falls to the ground. However, he is going to get whistled. Wow, Randall, when you look at that replay, you got to wonder where that goes. If we could look at that one more time, I want to see where he comes and steps up in it. Because it looks like he was backing up, but I'm not the official. I can't make that call. Ball belongs to Holbrook. Tell me what you saw.
Okay, so, yeah, he was moving, but he had legal guarding position on that. And that's what a lot of people don't understand is you got to have legal guarding position. You can be moving. You can even be off the air and take a charge as long as you've got legal guarding position.
And we saw a foul in your game that you were doing the last game where Mr. Brian Lang made a call, and the people in the crowd booed it. But as we looked at the replay and going off what you just said, it was absolutely 100% the right call.
Yes.
And Brian Lang, one of the best to do it. You guys had a great crew, called a great game. We have a good crew this game, but seeing different things. 53-18. Holbrook on top of ALCHESAY as Talaman drives. Talaman, he's not going to get a chance because he's going to walk. Let's watch that one for those of you watching. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
I think that was 5. So as John Denver would say, I'm leaving on a jet plane. He's traveling. As now we have Antonio with the ball. Antonio drives. He goes half court and tries to put it in. It's no good. Rebound is by Nelson. Nelson hands it off to Rico. Rico's being double teamed. Now he gets it off to Talaman. Talaman left to right. Now he puts it over Rico. 10-second clock is ticking as they get over, and it's going to be a 10-second violation. And the ALCHESAY Falcons force a turnover. As Coach Johnson, very upset at his squad. Although he has a 53-18 lead, Randall, it's a coach that demands the perfection out of his team.
Absolutely.
And one of the things I know about Coach Johnson, he will milk every ounce of what he has out of his team to perform, and you're seeing that tonight. He is not set on the bench. He is still coaching the same exact way he did to start this game.
Absolutely. And you know, from our point of view on that last time out, Dell went out on the court and he was lighting one of his players up. And it was just off of just a mistake or something, but he was not happy.
Antonio gets the ball. Antonio scoops it up and puts it in, and that's going to be good. 53-20. ALCHESAY on top now. Talaman has it for the Roadrunners. Talaman brings it over, and he throws it over on the far side to Nelson. Nelson's going to work off a screen from Baya. Now Nelson throws it over to Rico. Rico at the 28-foot line in the middle of the court. Now over to Nelson. Nelson left, right. Nelson being guarded by Antonio. Nelson goes. He thinks about putting it up. He doesn't. Gives it back to Baya. Baya now out to Nelson. 8 seconds on the shot clock. As here comes Talaman. Talaman goes inside to Baya. Baya puts it up for 2 points. 55-20, 4 minutes left here in this quarter. As Nosey brings it. Nosey guarded by Baya inside to, I believe that's Dossel. No, it's Bullcalf. 2 points. Daryl Bullcalf for the Falcons. 55-22. You're listening to high school basketball presented by Sholo Ford on ITAC 106.7 FM, KNKI Pine Top Sholo, and 102.5 Pine Top, a Kopaniki communication station. As ALCHESAY stills it and goes down, and we're getting a whistle. We're going to get a jump ball.
Yes.
As that is a great call. Replay, look at this. As he goes, 1, 2, they both grab onto it at the same time. They both have legal position on the ball. However, the ball, because of the rule, is going to belong to ALCHESAY. Ball is inbounded. Now to Yazzie. Down 55-22. Yazzie over to Bullcalf. Bullcalf being guarded very closely by Rico. Now out to Antonio. Antonio left, right. Now gives it to Bullcalf. Bullcalf drives, he puts it up, that's in! Daryl Bullcalf, 2 points. 55-24, and if I'm ALCHESAY, I'm trying to get it not to get that running clock, to give my smattering of hope. As Talaman gets the ball, Talaman drives, middle of the lane, he puts it up, and he gets those 2 points right back as ALCHESAY does not even collapse. Braylon Talaman puts it in, easy, as Nosey brings it down. Nosey, now over to Dossela. Dossela out to Bullcalf. Bullcalf to Nosey. 3-point shot, no good. As Yazzie is going to be whistled with I guess you call that in the NBA a loose ball foul, but in high school it's a reach on the arm. What is that, Randall?
That actually was a push. Which a lot of people they don't understand. There's no such thing as an over the back, but that is a prime, what everybody would be an over the back, but it is called a push, not an over the back. There's no such rule.
Well, he had position, and you can't go around them. As Talaman gets the ball, Talaman goes, and he slides a contested shot up, and he puts it down for 2. And folks, 59-24, 2 minutes and 31 seconds left. ALCHESAY does have the ball. Dossela with the ball. Dossela now picked up by Baya. Now Basenti picks him up. Back out now to Bullcalf. Bullcalf left, right. He tries to drive the lane. Out to Nosey. Nosey doesn't want it. Nosey over to Yazzie. Judy Yazzie puts up a 3. No good. Rebound Baya. And we're going to have a whistle as he comes in. Knocks the ball out of bounds. And that's going to be on the ALCHESAY Falcons, which I believe is 2 shooting now for the Roadrunners, because that hits our 5. Randall, another thing I kind of want to point out is we're going to go shoot some free throws in this third quarter. As blowout of a game as it is, and I'm not saying ALCHESAY can't come back, neither side has given up any position in the fan department.
No, not at all. It is absolutely deafening in here by both sides.
Oh, I know. I know. First free throw is good. And you know what fan means? Fan is short for fanatic. And we're absolutely seeing this tonight on senior night here from Holbrook High School. Folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to have our glass man of the game as well as our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game. Our Deemer's Glass man of the game. Go either way on whatever effort. His second free throw is good. ALCHESAY with the ball.
You know, Huey, I just don't want to get into that position of talking down on a team, but I have never, ever in my life seen this. We are 40 points 40-point differential.
Talaman just hits a Comfort Fit Dentures 3-point shot. And so we have a 64-24 lead with a minute 44 left. This is something you just do not see.
I have never seen this from ALCHESAY. Never.
And it's not about missed shots. It's about they came out a little bit flat, and Holbrook absolutely decided to capitalize on it. Here goes Nosey with the drive. As Nosey almost loses it, he's going to shoot about a 17-foot jumper. It's going to be no good. Basenti with the rebound. Basenti now to Talaman. Talaman methodically bringing it up the court. Talaman crosses over the time stripe to Nelson. Nelson loses it. It goes out of bounds. And there's something, Randall, we have not talked about, and that is the turnover battle. ALCHESAY really hasn't turned the ball over that much. They have, but Holbrook has not committed many turnovers at all.
No, I think maybe a handful.
Maybe 5 or 6.
Maybe.
As Dossala with the ball. Dossala now being guarded by Basenti. Dossala brings over in front of his bench on the near side. Now back over to Nosey. Nosey left, right. Back to Dossala. Dossala mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound is going to be by Walker. And Walker tries to get it to Nosey. It goes out of bounds, and that's going to belong to the Roadrunners. Minute 2 left in the quarter, 64-24. And we could actually have a running clock in the fourth quarter, which I would have never guessed. As Nelson gets it to Rico. Rico back to Nelson. Nelson crosses it over the time stripe. As he almost throws it backcourt, gets it to Talaman. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Talaman left, right, now throws it over the head of Basenti and Randall. As Holbrook does have a 40-point lead, they are getting sloppy.
Yes, they are. They're getting relaxed because they think they've got this thing.
Relaxed is led. They do kind of have it. I have not seen a 40-point quarter in high school, 40-0. Now, it's a football score right now is what it is. As here comes Dossala. Dossala drives. He puts it up. No. He sends it over to Jeremy Nosey, 2 points. 30 seconds left, 64-26. Talaman with the ball.
You know, Huey, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I've been calling high school basketball for 32 years.
Right.
And I can't tell you how many times I've had ALCHESAY. But I can tell you I have never seen an ALCHESAY score like this before. Ever in my 32 years.
No, it's been definitely difficult as they do get the ball back as it's forward to Nosey, but it's picked off by Talaman. Talaman sends it to Basenti, and we've had about as many turnovers by Holbrook in the last minute 30 as we had the whole first 2.5 quarters of the game.
Now, if you noticed in that replay, Delmar was not happy.
All right, folks, we're going to come back and give you the fourth quarter of this Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learning new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Welcome back, Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide on iTalk1067.com. And Randall, as we went into that timeout, we were talking about Coach Delmar Johnson, and it's not that he's upset at his team up what they are, but he is still being intense and he is still coaching because he knows there's a lot left to get out of his team.
Oh, absolutely. And he was stomping on the ground, but he was talking to one of his players, and he goes, that's number 3. That is the 3rd time that he's turned that ball over. And so, yes, he is still positive. He's still positive on his team, and we're going to take a timeout.
We're going to go ahead and take it, folks. This Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide and iTalk1067.com with 7 minutes and 35 seconds left. The Holbrook Roadrunners with a commanding 64-26 lead, and they inbound the ball as it goes back to Baya, back to Talaman, as we get a whistle and we get a foul, and the foul is going to be committed by, I believe that's Braden Edwards of the Falcons. As the Falcons have Antonio in, Edwards, Yazzie, I believe that's Ivins, and Butterfield, as Holbrook, Rico, Talaman, Baya, Vicente, and Nelson. As Holbrook goes into almost a 4-corner stall, which is interesting with the shot clock, as there's Nelson, back to Talaman, back to Nelson. Nelson in the middle to Vicente, over to Rico. Rico, 3-point shot, no good. Yazzie with the rebound. As Ivins comes forward with it, it goes in the corner. That is going to be Braden Edwards with a Comfort Fit Dentures 3-point shot. Now, Randall, we know this, but the folks at home, if it goes below 30, the clock still runs till that last minute.
If we go below 30 between now and the last minute of the ball game,
it stays running.
It still stays running until the last minute.
As the ball goes inside to Baya, and he puts up a quick 2 points, 66-29, as we're going to get a 3-pointer by Edwards. No good. Rebound ALCHESAY. Ends up in the hands of Butterfield. Butterfield puts it up, and that's going to be good. Rashad Butterfield, 2 points for the ALCHESAY Falcons. As the ball goes forward, Talaman. Talaman to Rico. Rico to Baya. Baya to Nelson. Back to Talaman. To Rico. Rico over to Vicente. Vicente back to Rico. To Talaman. Talaman to Rico. Rico's going to put up a 3-point shot. That's going to be no good. Rebound is Butterfield. Butterfield now pushing it up the court. As very close to carrying it right there. Very, very, very close to carrying. Braden Edwards with the ball now. 66-31.
You know, they can bounce that ball way above their head as long as their hand does not leave the top of that ball. And it is not a carry.
Ball out belongs to the Falcons. Yazzie to inbound as we're going to get number 23. That's going to be Avery Young checking into the ball game. Yazzie to inbound. Yazzie to Butterfield. Back to Yazzie. Yazzie's now going to drive the lane. He's going to put up. That's going to be good. Micah Yazzie showing why he was, last game they played these guys, he was our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game as it goes forward, and that's going to go to Vicente, but he takes that extra step, and that's going to be a traveling. As we're going to see Guerrero check back in. Manny Guerrero, and they have Manny Rico, so that's why we refer to him as the last names. I'm kidding. We just do that anyway. As Antonio goes, he spins and misses it. Rebound, Holbrook. And we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a foul on Talaman. Is going to get an offensive foul as we look at the replay here, and yes,
the extension of that left arm.
Absolutely. I saw it perfectly. Great job by our camera crew. Triggs, Robin, and Chad working our cameras tonight, doing a fantastic job. The setting sometimes doesn't lend itself to the camera work here in Munoz Gym, but it's a great place to watch a game. As Yazzie misses, rebound is got by the Falcons, missed, gathered in by Ivins. He puts it up, 2 points. Marcus Ivins. Well, right after this, folks, we're going to go right into our post-game show. We're going to have our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game. And we're also going to have our Deemer Glass man of the game as Yazzie gets it, puts it up. That's going to be no good. And Yazzie goes to go on a second effort. No good, however. He's going to be fouled, and the clock will continue to run. Yazzie's going to go to the line to shoot two. Three minutes and 17 seconds left. Clock is running, 66-35. Ball is missed. 31-point lead by the Roadrunners. and we're going to have a host of Falcons. I don't know what I remember vaguely what a group of Falcons is called. And it's a cast. A cast of Falcons checks in, while a group of Roadrunners is called a marathon. So a cast of Falcons checks in, and I look for a marathon of runners, and we're going to get a whistle. We're going to need a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Shola Forts presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share. You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Welcome back to Shola Forts presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide and iTalk1067.com. As we gotta start thinking about our Deemer's Glassman of the game, or Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game. And one name that we've said a lot is Braylon Talaman. We've also said Manny Rico a lot. We've said Travis Baya a lot. We've also said Amari Nelson a lot. So we're going to see who's our glass man, our Deemer's Glass for quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, 1-888-GLASSMAN. Our sponsors tonight: Sholo Ford, Ace Hardware, Honda Ski and Outdoor, Northline Pioneer College, Summit Regional Medical Center, Comfort Fit Dentures, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Allegra of Sholo. Patron our sponsors. They make these broadcasts possible, and we appreciate them and appreciate all they do for the youth in the White Mountains and somewhat beyond. We appreciate them and what they do. So our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, get your windshield repaired by the experts, will be our player of the game and our Deemer's Glass man of the game. And I kind of have an idea, Randall. I'd be curious to get your thoughts as we go through. As Rico gets the ball, now Rico sends it forward to Vicente. Vicente forward now to Nelson. Back to Rico, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to Nelson. Nelson over in the corner to Manny Guerrero, no good. Nosey with the ball. Nosey for the Falcons. Nosey forward to Edwards. Edwards now to Yazzie, Judah Yazzie. Back to Edwards, three-point shot, no good. Vicente rebound. Vicente. Baya. Rico with the ball. Rico now to Manny Guerrero. Guerrero now to Vicente. Over to Rico. Rico's going to in and out as he's going to lose the ball. It's going to stay, though, as I know Manny Rico more than anything wanted to drive in and put that ball up. But it shows you how Coach Delmar Nelson deals with these things and puts his squad together. As the ball inbound to Nelson. Nelson wide open. Nelson puts it up and in.
Well, Dell, he was going to take that three-point shot, and Dell stopped him. He's like, don't you take that shot. And then he went on the drive and then circled back out again. And that's class. That is absolute class on his part.
As I believe this is Tyler Woody checking into the game, as well as Thompson and Macadena.
I think he just flipped the whole team.
Well, Randall, we got a big one to decide here because we've got these two gentlemen have had a lot of points. He's had a lot of points. We've got to come up with our glass man, and we got to come up with our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game. So we're going to go right into that, folks, as we're under a minute, so the traditional time will start. Ball goes up and in. That's going to be good. Edwards, 2 points. Rico to inbound, 25 seconds left, 68-37. As Rico dribbles the ball forward, we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a foul. I believe they're going to call that on number 12. That's going to be Dossala. That is the team third. Dossala's fourth. That's not going to be a shooting foul, so Holbrook's going to inbound as Guerrero checks back in. As we hope to be joined by our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game. We'll keep that under wraps for just a little bit. But first, we're going to go to our Deemer's Glass man of the game. And, you know, our glass man of the game is just one of our players that may not score the most points, but we call their name a lot. As the final tonight is going to be Holbrook 68 and the ALCHESAY Falcons 37. As we go right to our post-game show, as we're going to try to get our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game, but our post-game show, the first thing is Deemer's Glass. We need glass for your home or business. Call Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Quality glass at affordable prices. 1-888-GLASSMAN. And our glass man of the game is going to be number 5, Braylon Talaman for the Holbrook Roadrunners. Congratulations to him. And if you need glass for your home or business, call Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. 1-888-GLASSMAN. Your player of the game, your Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, get your windshield repaired by the expert, is going to be number 15, Amari Nelson. We're going to try to get him on our broadcast. As now we are joined by our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, get your windshield repaired by the experts, player of the game. And I am joined by number 15, Amari Nelson. Amari, huge win tonight. Talk about that first.
It was a very important win. We had to win it. You know, they were number 1, and the last time we played them, we kept up with them, but we lost them in the
We did that game on iTalk 106.7. I want you guys to talk about that first quarter where you guys went off for 29. You had 10 3-pointers in the first half. Talk about your team's play in that first and second quarter.
Yeah, Delmar just talked to us and be aggressive. Come out strong, don't be scared. Protect the home court and just come out and be ready to play.
I've watched a lot of basketball in my years growing up and in the White Mountains, and what you guys did tonight on your home court defending your turf was absolutely amazing. You didn't do it by yourself. You had some help from your team. Talk about one of your teammates in particular and what they did to contribute.
Man, Travis Baya, man's a beast on the rebounds. I don't know, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be in this situation. Like, he does all our dirty work. Literally, he does all our dirty work. We give him all the credit for the defense. He gets us started. He gets us rolling every night.
Talk about the play of Braylon Talaman tonight. We call his name. He's bringing up the ball. He may not score the most points, but he was our glass man of the game, which congratulations to him. Talk about his play tonight and what he did to make this a huge win.
Yeah, Braylon's a big help. Braylon really knows how to handle the ball. He really knows how to penetrate. He gets us open. He gets us open shots. He really knows how to get us open.
Last thing I want to talk about is Coach Johnson, an amazing man. And all game, he never even let up on coaching. He coaches you guys pretty hard, but he also expects a lot out of you guys.
Yeah.
Talk about his coaching and what he was saying to you guys as you went into the third and fourth quarter to keep you guys going in this big win.
He just told us to keep our foot on the gas. Don't let up and just keep our foot on the gas. He said we just need to keep playing defense, force them baseline, sideline, baseline, and that's all we did.
Talk about the game tomorrow in Sholo. Or no, you guys are in Blue Ridge tomorrow.
Yeah.
Talk about the game in Blue Ridge and what you guys have to do against them.
Pretty much what we just did here. We got to come out strong, get ready to play defense, and come out and get ready to shoot threes.
Well, Amari Nelson, our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, unofficially I have him down for 17 points tonight. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to your team. Good luck as you guys move through the playoffs and where you sit. Congratulations. A great win.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, folks. We're joined by Amari Nelson, our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game. Congratulations to him and the Holbrook Roadrunners as we get ready to sign off for the evening. I'm going to ask my cohort in crime tonight, Randall Anselmo, for his parting thoughts on the game.
This was just not a game I was expecting it to be. It was absolutely lopsided, and it was lopsided from the beginning. ALCHESAY had a tough time trying to get the ball to fall through the hoop.
Very uncharacteristic, by the way, of them.
Very, very uncharacteristic. But ALCHESAY hung in there. They still played. They still fought. But I kind of figured that when you get into a hole that deep, it is so hard to come back out of.
And we got to say it one more time. We went into the game. It wasn't that ALCHESAY played totally flat. It was that Holbrook came out on fire somewhere in between. And that's why we have the final tonight, 68-37. I appreciate all of our broadcast team. Mel, our technical director, our producer, Triggs, Robin, and Chad for their camera work tonight. Randall for joining me. Nate for joining me a little bit last game. We come to you live tomorrow night from Snowflake High School, where the Winslow Bulldogs will travel down the I-40 and down the 77 to take on the Snowflake Lobos. Your final tonight, 68-37. The Holbrook Roadrunners come on top of the ALCHESAY Falcons. This has been Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 KNKI Pinetop and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airways, a Kopaniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the express written consent of iTalk 106.7 or Country Mountain Airways is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.